People have to ask me, can you point out buildings that you've done? Because I don't drive around and say, oh, that was us and that was us and look at that one. Again, this is me being downplaying. I get a lot of pride from it, there's no doubt. Often, me being me, I'm driving around going, how's the building look? Is that cladding still how it presented? And I do like noting that building's 8 years old and it still looks how it did when we handed it over. So to me, that's what I enjoy. Yeah. Not so much, yes, we did that building, there's a little bit of that, but it's more, how's it presenting today? How long ago was it that we completed it? And it still presents really, really well. Yeah. And we often get that feedback. And so I enjoy that. That's what I enjoy. We started rather inauspiciously, you might say. PBC's first contracted job was a toilet block refurbishment. So it was less than so. It's not something that's award-winning. It's a refurbishment of a toilet block in an arcade.
Yeah.
So that's it.
All right, let's go.
I have a carpentry background, and then I was a builder, in just a domestic type builder, running around with a trailer and a dog. Started working for other firms and businesses, and a lot of that was through commercial type work, and so I was exposed to bigger and better. I see there's a gap in the market for somebody to do partner people in getting outcomes. And certainly in the small to medium commercial market in Albury, Wodonga at the time, I saw a gap in the market. So the name Premier came about. I'm an avid Swans supporter, and the Swans had won the premiership that year. So Premier, building and construction. So we're not just a building company, we do construction work as well. And hence the name. And everybody's shortened it, as Aussies do, and everyone just knows us as PBC now. So we've embraced that as well. So at PBC, we were created, I suppose, because we thought there was an opportunity in the market for a business like us. It's that we're personable and that we like to seek opportunity. So where's the opportunity here? Not just for us as a business, but for our client. How can we better present this building? How can we save them time? How can we value manage an outcome where different materials or approaches might create cost savings? So for us, we're relationship and client focused, and we would like to think that we offer what we deem the PBC experience, which is at the end of the process, the person that we've built the building for says, gee, I really enjoyed that. That was a great outcome. So that's what we're looking for. So it's not just about working through the contract. In fact, it's the opposite to that. It's about putting the contract to the side and becoming a part of a team to get an outcome.
The biggest thing in my experience using Premier was their ability to think outside the square.
When we decided that we needed to build a purpose-built kitchen, my husband and I found this block of land. So behind me, this was completely blank. Hundreds and hundreds of emails in a good way. They were really open with communication to us in terms of what wouldn't work, what would work.
I don't know how many projects actually that we've delivered locally in Albury, Wodonga, but we certainly have our fair share, which is great because it leaves a legacy. How it's used, who uses it, is it adding value to our community in some way? That to us, that would be really exciting. Yeah, this would be great to be a part of, wouldn't it?
My name's James. I'm a project manager with Beyond Housing here in Wodonga. We're a social housing provider, and my task with my team is developing houses and providing as many homes for people at risk of homelessness. Here at the Youth Foyer, we're providing 40 homes or 40 student accommodation units for people who want to be engaged with education. PBC were able to deliver well within their schedule, and generally they were beating their own timelines.
Anything fundraising, we usually either our people are involved in or the business is making donations for, particularly cancer, Cancer Council, anything to do with kids and animals. We seem to sort of follow that theme. We donate materials, whether they're left over or we purchase them and give them to people, animal shelters, things like that. We sponsor a lot of sporting and not-for-profit organisations locally, a lot of which people don't know we're involved with or support because we don't have a sign on the fence or whatever, but we give to those organisations where we can. I think the biggest point with us winning awards, when we think we've got a project that's worth nominating or it's nominated for us, it's great recognition for the client, great recognition for an architect, but more importantly, it's a reward and a recognition for our team of what a great job they did. So for me, winning awards is about that.
The building has held up incredibly well.
We can't fault it. The workmanship was great, and these buildings will last forever. You know, thanks to the money that we spent and the know-how that Premier did with their refurb.
We like to think that we're fair and reasonable in our approach. We do want to create relationships with our clients, whether they're a development, design and construct type client, or whether it's somebody that we've been introduced to through open tender. We're big on dealing with people, and we like to put, once a contract's signed, we like to put it on the desk beside us and concentrate on dealing with the people. I would hope that they would say that they've enjoyed the experience of having PVC involved as their head contractor.